So let's revise the terms which we'll be using for our topic. Pole, the center of reflecting surface of the mirror. This hole is the reflecting surface. The midpoint will be termed as pole. Then center of curvature is the center of sphere of which mirror is a part. Now please see, this mirror is part of the sphere. So center of the sphere of which mirror forms a part will be called center of curvature. Then radius of curvature obviously will become the radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. So this point from P to C will comprise the radius of curvature, and you can see for this convex lens mirror as well. Principal axis is an infinite line starting from pole of the mirror, passing through center of curvature. So it originates here and passes infinitely. So this line will be termed as principal axis. Another important point which lies on principal axis is focus. We can say that focus is a point on principal axis where all reflected rays meet or appear to meet. And it is important to know that focus lies in the center of pole and center of curvature. So radius of curvature is twice the focal length, wherein you need to understand focal length will be the distance between pole and focus of the mirror. It is midpoint of P and F, as I have told you earlier. Aperture is the diameter of reflecting surface of mirror. और हम लोग क्लास 10th में जितने भी मिरर्स कर रहे हैं उसमें रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर डायमीटर ऑफ द रिफ्लेक्टिंग सर्फेस इज लेस दैन द अपर्चर. सो उन्हीं मिरर्स के साथ हम लोग डील कर रहे हैं. आई एम श्योर अब आप टर्म्स अगर अच्छे से कर लेंगे तो टॉपिक को समझने में दिक्कत नहीं होगी. Now we take the topic forward by discussing image formation by mirrors. For making the ray diagrams, we shall follow two rules in any diagram that we have to draw. There are actually 4 rules that we should be aware of, and out of those 4 rules you can pick up any 2 for making your diagrams. Let's go through the rules. These are same for convex as well as concave mirror. I will show you how to make the diagrams as per the rules. First is any incident ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Now this is the principal axis which is and the incident ray parallel to principal axis will pass through focus. Please note the direction of the rays. The ray which is coming towards the mirror is the incident ray. The ray which is getting bounced off from the mirror is the reflected ray. So you can see that this ray ये parallel थी और reflection के बाद focus में से pass कर रही है. अब दूसरे केस में देखिए, जो incident ray है वो focus से pass कर कर mirror तक पहुंच रही है और reflect होने के बाद parallel बन रही है. तो हम एक तरह से कह सकते हैं फर्स्ट और सेकेंड रूल एक दूसरे का ऑपोजिट ही है. और इसी रूल को हम स्टडी करते हैं कॉन्वेक्स मिरर में. एंड अगेन व्हेन यू मेक द कॉन्वेक्स मिरर, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट द रे विच इज पैरेलल टू द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. नाउ दिस इज द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस वेयर ऑल द पॉइंट्स लाई बिहाइंड द मिरर. So when the ray will get reflected, it will get bounced off in such a way that it appears to come from focus. You all know that this convex mirror is a diverging mirror. It is going to diverge the rays. So but the rule is still followed. The ray which was parallel to the principal axis is getting reflected in such a way that it is appearing to come from virtual focus that lies behind the mirror. For the next rule, I will make the diagram. Now please see, whenever you're making the ray diagrams, it is important to show the reflecting and the painted side of the mirror. Principal axes need to be drawn very accurately, keeping in mind the distances. So you should be aware, you all know that F is the midpoint between P and C. So it should always be equidistant from pole as well as center of curvature. Coming back to the second rule that is followed. So now what the second rule is saying, that incident ray which is passing through focus becomes parallel to the principal axis. Now the ray will appear to come from focus. So the incident ray, it is appearing to come from focus. This is the arrow which is showing that it is coming from the focus. After getting bounced off the surface of convex mirror, it will become parallel to the principal axis. So this is rule 1. Ray parallel to the principal axis passes through focus. The ray, incident ray passing through focus becomes parallel to the principal axis. Now talking about rule 3, we say that I'm showing this in convex mirror, concave mirror first. So the rule says that if the ray is passing through center of curvature, it will retrace its path. So I'm going to draw a ray which is passing through center of curvature, touching the mirror, and it will go back along the same path. So a single ray needs to be drawn because the incident and the reflected ray are following the same path. Now for the rule 3 in the convex mirror, since C lies behind the mirror, you need to draw it a bit carefully. We have to show that this ray is apparently coming from, the incident ray is coming from, it should be actually in straight line, right? So this ray is appearing to come from center of curvature. After reflection, it will retrace its path. It will go back along the same path. So that is rule 3. Incident ray passing through C retraces its path. तो जब भी वो सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर से पास करेगी तो उसी रास्ते वापस जाएगी. तो आपको दो अलग रेज बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. एक ही रे के ऊपर आप फॉरवर्ड और बैकवर्ड एरो बना देंगे. Now when we talk about fourth rule, it says that when the incident ray is falling, making an angle with the principal axis, for example in this case, it is making an angle. So incident ray और ये P, F और C, तो ये एंगल I बन गया है. तो आपको रिफ्लेक्टेड रे इस तरह से बनाना है कि एंगल I is equal to angle R. So that is rule 4. This is rule 4, rule 3, and I'm going to show you the same rule on convex mirror. In convex mirror, you can see that incident ray is making an angle with the principal axis. So this will be the normal, and it will get reflected in such a way that angle I is equal to angle R. Whenever you have to make diagrams for image formation, you will be using these rules. And for image formation, what we are going to study is the object is gradually brought towards the mirror, and we see how the nature and the size of the image changes when the distance between the object and the mirror is reduced. So this is what we are going to study for a concave mirror first, and then for the convex mirror. जब ऑब्जेक्ट बहुत दूर पड़ा होता है तब हम कहते हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट इज एट इंफिनिटी. इस केस में आपने फर्स्ट रूल यूज करना है. दो रेज बनाइए, एक प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस के ऊपर और एक नीचे, एंड द ऑब्जेक्ट, दिस एरो इज डिपिक्टिंग द object. Since the position is very far off, I have shown the dotted lines, and after reflection these rays will pass through focus. So the image is formed at focus because both the rays are meeting at focus. So image is at focus. Since the rays are actually meeting, so the image would be real and inverted. And you can see the object was pretty big. The image is highly diminished. So that defines the image formation in case of concave mirror when the object is at infinity. And you can also see here another thing, very interesting thing, that the parallel rays, they got converged to a point. So concave mirror is also known as converging mirror because it turns a parallel beam of light into a converging beam, that is a beam which meets at one point. Now if the object is placed beyond center of curvature, then the image which is formed so this is the next placement. The object lies beyond center of curvature, will make one incident ray parallel to the principal axis. So if it is parallel to the principal axis, it will pass through focus. The second ray, I am going to use the the rule which says that ray passing through focus will become parallel to principal axis. So now this ray will meet the other reflected ray at a point which lies between F and C. So the size of the image, you can see, is still diminished. It has become a little bigger, but it is still diminished as compared to the size of the object. Let's describe the image position. Image is formed between F and C. It is real and inverted, upside down, because principal axis के नीचे बनी है, तो ये उल्टी इमेज है, और ये upside down है, inverted बोलेंगे हम इसको, और it is diminished because ये छोटी इमेज है. और साथ साथ मैं आपको एक और कॉन्सेप्ट करा रही हूँ, that is magnification. मैग्निफिकेशन से हमें ये पता चलता है कि जो इमेज बनी है ऑब्जेक्ट के मुकाबले में बड़ी है या छोटी है. जब भी मैग्निफिकेशन की वैल्यू 1 होती है, इसका मतलब है रेशियो ऑफ हाइट ऑफ द इमेज एंड ऑब्जेक्ट इज सेम, दैट इज 1. तो प्लेन मिरर में मैग्निफिकेशन हमेशा पॉजिटिव 1 रहता है, और पॉजिटिव का साइन हम इसलिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं जब कभी इमेज वर्चुअल होती है. अब इन दो केसेस में हमारे पास जो इमेज बनी है वो रियल बनी है और साइज छोटा है, तो मैं बोलूँगी कि मैग्निफिकेशन इज लेस देन 1 but it is negative. So in these two cases, when we talk about magnification, it will be less than 1 and negative. Now the third case that I have to tell you about is, we are going to bring the object more closer to the mirror, which is the next point that we can define here is C. तो पहले हमने C के पीछे रखी थी, अब हम C के ऊपर ऑब्जेक्ट को रख के देखते हैं कि इमेज किस तरह की बनेगी. जब भी आप इस यहाँ पर प्लेस करेंगे तो आप देखेंगे C के ऊपर ही आप ऑब्जेक्ट को प्लेस कर रहे हैं. तो एक रूल 1 लगा रहे हैं, पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस एंड विल पास थ्रू फोकस. और दूसरा रूल आप लगा सकते हैं, passing through focus and parallel to principal axis. आप देखेंगे कि इमेज उसी पॉइंट पे बनी है जहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्ट को प्लेस किया था और साइज भी बराबर है. तो इस केस में मैग्निफिकेशन विल इक्वल 1 because height of the object and image is the same. The ratio of height of the image to ratio of height of the object is equal, so it is 1. So और ये इमेज रियल है और उल्टी बनी है तो मैग्निफिकेशन नेगेटिव होगा. अब हम बोल रहे हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट इज एट C, तो इमेज कहाँ पे बना है? एट C. it is real and inverted, it is same sized. If you note, the size of the image is gradually increasing. So the next point where I'll place the object will be between F and C. Whenever you're making the diagrams, please ensure that F is equidistant from C and P, keeping that one point in view, and आपकी diagrams में गलती नहीं होगी. The positions will automatically be drawn correctly. तो अब आप देखिए फर्स्ट रूल लगा रहे हैं, पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस विल पास थ्रू फोकस. तो दूसरा रूल हम लगा सकते हैं, पासिंग थ्रू फोकस एंड बिकम्स पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. अब इस केस में देखिए, जो इमेज हमारा बन रहा है वो सी के पीछे बन रहा है, वो थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया है, तो आप बोलेंगे ऑब्जेक्ट बिटवीन F and C, image beyond C, real inverted and magnified. अब बड़ा इमेज बना है तो आप उसको magnified बुलाएंगे या enlarged image बुलाएंगे. So we've done 4 cases. The next point on the principal axis where the object will be placed is F. So you place the object at F and see the position of the image. This is F and C. तो ऑब्जेक्ट को हमने प्लेस कर दिया है. अगेन आई हैव मेड अ रे व्हिच इज पैरेलल टू द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. इट विल पास थ्रू फोकस. So now in this diagram we cannot take rule 2. So we can use rule 3 here. A ray which is passing through center of curvature will go in such a way that it will retrace its path. तो इस rule को use करने के लिए I have to put a scale which is going to pass through C, touch the arrow of the object and reach the mirror. It is important that the ray that you are making is meeting all these 3 points. So when you use scale, your diagrams will be accurate only. तो यहाँ देखिए ये रे पैरेलल है तो ये मिलेगी नहीं, ये इंफिनिटी पे मिलेगी. इमेज विल बी एट इंफिनिटी and it is a real inverted object. इमेज जो मिरर के सामने बन रही है रियल इन्वर्टेड है और हाईली एनलार्ज्ड बनेगी, काफी बड़ी होगी ऑब्जेक्ट की साइज के हिसाब से. सो ऑब्जेक्ट वाज एट इंफिनिटी in this diagram. Now the last diagram is a unique one because now the nature of the image is going to change, and in this diagram also please note that magnification is negative. अब तक जितने diagrams हमने बनाए हैं सब में magnification negative है. Reason that the images formed are real. जैसे ही हमारे पास virtual image आती है तो sign of the magnification will turn positive. एंड साइज के हिसाब से हम न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू के साथ डील कर रहे थे. जहाँ पे डिमिनिश्ड लिखेंगे तो हम बोलेंगे मैग्निफिकेशन लेस देन 1. जहाँ पे बराबर इमेज बनी है तो मैग्निफिकेशन इक्वल टू 1. जहाँ साइज इमेज का बड़ा हो गया ऑब्जेक्ट से वहाँ पर मैग्निफिकेशन विल बी मोर देन 1. एंड लेट्स सी द काइंड ऑफ इमेज फॉर्म्ड व्हेन द ऑब्जेक्ट इज प्लेस्ड बिटवीन P and F. So I am making the principal axis P, F, C. Now object is placed between P and F. We can use the first rule which says the ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus. So this was the incident ray. Now for the second we cannot be using the second rule, it's not possible. Either we can use the rule 4, so we can use that rule as well. So if this is making, the incident ray is making an angle with the principal axis, it will get reflected in such a way that angle I equals angle R. So I've used rule 4 here, and you can see that the rays are diverging, so definitely they cannot meet on this side of the mirror, so I'll have to project them backwards to see where they meet. So if the rays are not meeting and are appearing to meet, the image formed is virtual. In this case, we have got a virtual and erect image which lies behind the mirror, and it is magnified. So in the last diagram, we finally have magnification positive and greater than 1. And you know, the virtual and magnified images are a characteristic of concave mirror. Plane mirror as well as convex mirror are not capable of making enlarged virtual images. तो जब भी हम लोग को ऐसी इमेज चाहिए तो डेंटिस्ट का मिरर जो होगा वो कनकेव मिरर होगा, राइट. मेकअप मिरर जो होगा वो हमेशा कनकेव मिरर होगा, बिकॉज हमें उसमें एनलार्ज्ड व्यू चाहिए होता है और उल्टा नहीं सीधा चाहिए होता है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू यूज कनकेव मिरर फॉर मेकअप मिरर एज वेल एज फॉर डेंटिस्ट मिरर. कॉन्वेक्स मिरर में इमेज फॉर्मेशन के केवल 2 ही डायग्राम होंगे. सो दैट इज द रीजन इज ऑल द पॉइंट्स ऑन द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस लाई बिहाइंड द मिरर. तो हम लोग को डिफाइन करने के लिए पोजीशन सिर्फ 2 चीज़ें होती हैं. एक तो हम कहते हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट इज प्लेस्ड एट इन्फिनिटी, मतलब बहुत दूर हमने ऑब्जेक्ट को रखा है. इन दैट केस विल हैव द रेज कमिंग पैरेलल टू द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. Rule 1 again, and let's mark the points on the principal axis. और जब आप C बनाते हैं ना तो देखा करिए कि जैसे needle of the compass lies on the C and it's an arc, और मिड पॉइंट लीजिए F को और P को लीजिए सेंटर ऑफ द रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस ऑफ द मिरर. अगर आप प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस को ठीक से बनाते हैं और पॉइंट्स को ठीक से मार्क करते हैं, आपका आधा काम हो गया, बिकॉज डायग्राम में गलती नहीं होगी इससे. और रूल 1 रूल्स अच्छे से याद कर लीजिए. रूल 1 में द रे विच इज पैरेलल टू द प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन विल पास थ्रू फोकस. सिंस इन दिस मिरर वी हैव वर्चुअल फोकस, बिकॉज रेज कभी भी फोकस तक आती नहीं. इट्स लाइक मिरर्स आर ओपेक, तो लाइट इसमें से पास नहीं कर सकती, रिफ्लेक्ट होती है. लेकिन रिफ्लेक्ट इस तरह से होगी कि लगेगा कि फोकस से आ रही है. सो दिस इज रे 1 एंड रे 2. So we are saying that the object is at infinity. So the image is formed at focus. Now in this case it is virtual focus. So image is virtual and erect. It is highly diminished. So magnification will be positive but less than 1, because virtual image के साथ magnification हमेशा positive रहता है. साइज छोटा होने से magnification becomes less than 1. So I am going to make the second case for image formation by convex mirror. Here mark the points carefully. We are going to place the object at some finite distance. Cannot describe, no point to describe in front of the mirror. So simply at a finite distance. So if we say one ray is coming parallel to the principal axis, obviously after reflection it will appear to pass through focus. So ये incident ray और reflected ray, मैंने rule 1 को इस्तेमाल किया है. Second rule I can use उसमें ओके थर्ड रूल मैं यूज करूंगी इसमें. तो मुझे थर्ड रूल यूज करने के लिए इस पॉइंट को इसके साथ स्केल की मदद से कनेक्ट करना होगा. बस ध्यान ये रखना है कि जितना रे हमारा मिरर के सामने है, दैट विल बी अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, और पीछे वाली लाइन को हमने डॉटेड बनाना है बिकॉज इट इज अ वर्चुअल रे. इट इज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग एक्चुअली, इट इज अपियरिंग. तो इसको थोड़ा ध्यान से बनाइएगा. इस पॉइंट पे ये दो रेज मीट कर रही हैं, तो ये पॉइंट बन जाता है जहां पर इमेज बनेगी. अब साइज देखिए, इट्स इमेज इज बिहाइंड द मिरर, इट इज वर्चुअल एंड इरेक्ट, इट इज डिमिनिश्ड. इसके अलावा देर आर नो अदर possibilities of the diagrams that we can draw for convex mirror. Convex mirror is an ideal mirror to be used as a rear view mirror because इसमें हमेशा image जो है larger area of view को cover करती है. Images सीधी बनती हैं, तो गाड़ियों के ऊपर जो mirror लगा होता है या side view mirrors जो हैं, those are convex mirrors because they cover a wider area of view and they give us a diminished virtual erect images which are of use for the driving. And ये वाले मिरर में सिर्फ दो ही डायग्राम है और इसके साथ हमारा रिफ्लेक्शन का टॉपिक खत्म हो जाता है, जिसमें हमने we have learned about the laws of reflection, then we have learned the terms related to reflection. We've also done the rules for making the ray diagrams, and I've shown you image formation, and every time we are bringing the object closer to the mirror, the size of the image is increasing. This is what we have learnt, and I hope you found the video useful. Good morning, students. Today we start with the topic of reflection. Reflection is bouncing back of light on striking a polished surface, and polished surfaces means mirrors. And we are going to talk about mirror. A mirror is having a silver paint on one side and the other side becomes the reflecting surface. And whenever we talk about mirrors, the light will strike the mirror and it will bounce off. And this bouncing back of light on striking a polished surface is called reflection. Now reflection is reflection always takes according to the laws. Now these laws, they say that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. That means the angle that incident ray makes with the normal. Now what is normal? Normal is a ray which falls perpendicular to the surface. Now the angle of incidence, that is the angle between incident ray and normal, is always equal to angle between the reflected ray and the normal. So that is the first law of reflection, and second law states that incident ray, normal and reflected ray, they all lie on the same plane. So these laws are followed by plane mirror or curved mirrors. All kinds of mirrors will be following these laws of reflection. Now we also need to understand that whenever we stand in front of a looking mirror or when we dress up, that mirror is the plane mirror, and the kind of images which are formed by the plane mirror are always of the same size. We see ourselves in the same size as that we have in the mirror, and the image is always virtual and erect. Now virtual and erect, we see ourselves upright. As far the image is always as far from the mirror as the object is. So if we walk towards the mirror, the image will also move towards the mirror. If we walk further off from the mirror, our image will also move further. The next and the last characteristic is that the images formed on the plane mirror are laterally inverted, which means that left side appears right and the right appears left. So these are the characteristics of the images formed by the plane mirror. You also need to understand what is a real image and what is a virtual image. Now, whenever the reflected rays meet for image formation, they form a real image. And when the reflected rays do not meet but appear to meet, they form virtual image. Real image is always inverted, virtual image is always erect, and of course the real image can be projected on the screen, whereas virtual image can never be projected on the screen. So this is one of the characteristics. जब भी रिफ्लेक्शन होता है तो लाइट किसी भी शाइनिंग